Hey, Sean here from SpeedCubeReview.com. I've got an unboxing from SpeedCubeShop. I'm just going to open all of this in one video. We have two things from DianSheng. DianSheng? Two puzzles, the Solar S. Then we also have the, I believe this is the Little Magic 2x2 and the Little Magic V2 3x3. Yes, there's a V2 in there. So we're going to go through these. I'm going to put timestamps in here. I'm already ripping this box, so here we go. And oddly enough, I have the Little Magic out. I don't have a lot of puzzles out usually, but I have this one out. This is the magnetic version of their original one. We have a tensioning tool, so that lets me know that they're trying something fancy. I don't know what this voice was. This is definitely not how I talk normally. Is this insulting to someone? I don't know. Okay, so this is the Little Magic, the new one, Little Magic V2. And some things to notice, it looks also 56 millimeters. It doesn't seem any smaller. It feels a little more rounded, so initially it did, but we have squared center pieces. Now, that is, as far as a new puzzle, that's closest to the RS3 2020, or the RS3. Before that, it was also from Moyu. It was a side brand. It was like the M3, I believe. And let's see here. Let's take some pieces out real quick. Ooh, that's very similar to the original design. We have tracks. Let me just see if it's like the original design. Not quite. It's quite different, actually. It's very, very different. These torpedoes, though, remind me of the Dian torpedoes because they look very torpedo shaped. And oh, come on, let's get this cap off. Ooh, that is impossible to get off. So that's good to know. Okay, so we have something going on. This a screw, and then are there any numbers? There are. Whoa. Don't know if I can even get the light on it. There we go, kind of. There's 12 numbers there. Are there 12 different settings? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We have a new record, everyone. Moyu had the most crazy adjustment setting at, yeah, and there's a thing right there. Wow, that's so hard to see, though. I feel like my eyes hurt just looking at that. Wonder if it'll be easier on a different color. Let's try blue. I believe it was on 6. But I think Moyu's was like 8 or 9 settings. This being 12, you can really dial in that tension. That's a bit easier to see. Still hard. My eyes still hurt. It was on 7. Okay. Well, let's just do some turns. I think one side is on 6, but it can't be that far off. Oh, that is dry. Okay. I mean, still performs pretty good. It's very light, very scratchy. It's very budget. This is, if I'm feeling it, it feels very budget. Yeah, without any lubrication, it's plenty fast. It's a good tension right now. So the screws adjust that tension. They don't give you a screwdriver, assuming you own a screwdriver. And if you don't, I guess order another puzzle. And wait, maybe they do give you a screwdriver. No, they don't. They just give you a box. That has nothing in it. Okay. Well, let's do a solve here. I'm going to look from behind the camera. So this is going to be atrocious solving. Let's see here. Wow, that's actually kind of hard to do from looking behind a camera. Okay, so if I do, I feel like I'm going to do a lot more like large rotations of the puzzle. I once saw Blake Thompson do the Go Cube with only looking at the screen and not looking at the cube, and he was fast. I believe it was still like a 7 or 8 second solve. It was insane. Props to Blake Thompson. Okay. Feels great. Feels very budget. I'm going to do one more solve. I'm going to put some lubrication in here. I usually don't put lubrication in budget puzzles during videos because if you're buying a puzzle that is this cheap, spending some extra money on lubrication often isn't done. Now, I suggest getting lubrication, not because cubes need it, but because you can really adjust and fine-tune the feeling that you want in your puzzle. So, what I feel like lubrication does, it makes it also feel more premier is what I was going to say, but I don't think that's the word I'm looking for. It feels nicer. It feels like a more expensive puzzle because you don't notice how thin sometimes the plastic is. Okay, so let's do another solve here. And I'm not liking any of this, actually. No, not liking this at all. Something like that? I don't know. Someone pointed out that they're noticing I'm doing a lot more white cross lately, and I am. I've sort of, sometimes I'll still do roux, but I've settled into a methodology for solving CFOP that if I don't notice anything immediately, I'm not going to hunt for the nicest cross. I just default to white. And then if I see something, then I'll do that, often a pair or an easy cross. We'll stick to YuXin for right now. And I think I did a track of it, and it was like 90% I do white just because I don't notice something right away. So, but what is going on here? Why does this feel like the worst 2x2? Hold on. So just to make myself feel better about the 2x2, yeah, I thought that packaging seemed weird. So we're going to go to the DianSheng Solar S. Couple things, if you don't recognize the name DianSheng, they were huge back in the olden days. Like there was Shengshao, DianSheng, and a few others. And they really stuck to, like, they started really getting popular for shapes, cuboids and stuff like that. When I said shapes, I was going to say shape mods, but cuboids. Okay. They're making a big comeback with this stuff. Is there anything in this box, or is this another just blank box to fill space? There's a screwdriver. Okay, we got another screwdriver. We got another screwdriver. Everyone celebrate. We can add another one to the mix. Okay. I can tell which corner is the one connected to the center. Very light magnets. It's weird. This is insane corner cutting, but it feels very oddly stiff. Been preparing for competition coming up in about a week, and I did an average of 5, and all 5 were like 4.3, 4.7, 4.7, 4.6. So pretty happy with that. Okay. Yeah, it's very interesting. It's swooshy. I don't even know what to really make of this. I, for sure, wouldn't be using this myself. It's glidey. It almost feels like the pieces aren't touching. Like, it just feels like they're touching internally, like where the feet are. And there's just a slight, I mean, maybe there is, and there's a slight gap there. It's very odd. It's not bad. It's different. I mean, maybe I can get used to that, but it's a feeling that I've never felt in a 2x2, which there's a plus. There's something new. By the way, I am adjusting my whole camera setup. I'm trying to reset up a different camera. I got a new computer, which my face seems extra smooth just because I shaved this morning. But I got a new camera for there, and I don't think it's anything adjusted to my face. I don't know. It's definitely not doing great stuff for my hair. Okay. Ooh. Why? Are those magnets? What is going on? Are there center magnets, or is this just a different type of cap? Why? Why does this exist? Okay. So I guess if you want it to stand out, you have very GAN-shaped pieces or tornado-shaped pieces, and then you get other pieces that are definitely different. But they're not better, I don't think. And what's in here? What's in this box? Another screwdriver, core, spare springs, screws. Kind of the old standard. Okay, track some pieces. What's it look like under here? Good old screw-spring combo. Yeah, does it say if the caps do anything different besides being cool looking? Nope, it does not. Okay, so that's what it would look like with the different cap. So it says to replace the springs. But are there other springs different? I honestly don't care enough to check that slight spring difference. But to change this, though, I think you need to use the... Yeah, you need to completely replace the centerpiece. So it's not an easy switch. Okay, enough talking. This is an odd cube day. I'm not saying I'm disappointed, though. Like, I've gotten so many puzzles where I was like, it's another one. It's another one. It's a living. But, so this feels chunky. It's 56 millimeters. It does not, like, it'll flex that way, but it feels very sturdy. I think if I took like this, I can feel it squish a little bit. GAN puzzle, same thing. I can feel it squish. This feels very sturdy. I definitely have to tighten this. That's too loose. That's too loose for anyone. If your cube is that loose, you should rethink things. And oh, I can definitely plan out an X cross here. So let's do X cross. Okay, I'm tightening this puzzle immediately. Wait, where'd the screwdriver I just got go? That was fun to say. So this doesn't have spring tensioning. It's got a weird spring system in there, I think. Unless, is it? No, that's YuXin. Yeah, it has like a plastic thing in there. Hold on, I'm going to take one of the plastic things out and see. Does this have a weird spring tensioning thing, or am I just looking at it weirdly? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 20, 21, 22, 23, 25, 26, 27. Really? Still? No, it's been out. Well, that counting didn't do anything. Yeah, it has like a capsule. So they could definitely just give out different colored capsules. I believe it was YJ with the MGC. They did that. I believe they had, it was like the MGC, was it the Elite? They had 3 different capsules, just so you didn't have springs everywhere. And it wasn't bad. It's until they all found good ways, or not so great ways, of integrating the spring compression right in there. I guess, to be a little direct, I'm always surprised when people say they don't know how to set up their puzzle, because I'm always adjusting my way. I'm always trying to go a little bit tighter, a little bit looser, trying different ones, and it's really just experimenting. There's no perfect way. I think some people look at trying to see like, oh, what does Felix do? Or what does Max do? Like it's more just you do you. I suggest if you really don't know where to start, go to the tightest of everything and then just slowly move out from there. Okay, that seems better. I'm going to do, I think, one CFOP solve, one Roux solve. If I was to compare this one with the Little Magic, I would be using this one. They're very similar. They have the same, pretty much the same size. Little Magic might be like 0.5 millimeter smaller. I think it's those rounded corners again. They both feel 56 millimeter, but this one just feels a little bit more sturdy and hefty. So I like the feeling of this one a bit more. They're both still kind of budgety puzzles, but okay. I definitely prefer this one. With the competition in about a week, am I going to use either one of these? No, I'm still going to stick to right now, my Tornado V2 with the core magnets is I think, the winner at the moment. Unless something really changes, that's what I'm going to use. I'll probably use the non-core magnetized as my warm-up puzzle. That way it'll be just a slightly more stable version of that next time, or when I pick up the actual solve. Okay. Oh, this one's a pretty good start. So I can go... Hey, Nutella, can you stop licking the floor? We can hear it in the microphone, I think. Thank you. Okay, let's do a Roux solve. Yeah, it works well on CFOP. This reminds me of... It actually reminds me of the Tornado more than anything else, of like just a slightly larger version of it, because it has a little more flexibility than what's in the GAN ones are. And if I compare this to the GAN X, it's definitely a little bit lighter. Almost GAN XS-like, but I don't want to compare it to that. It doesn't feel like that. I feel like this feels a bit more hefty and stronger. Okay, Roux solve. Wow, I actually have not done Roux solve, I think, in a week. Blue and yellow looks fantastic to start with. Okay, yeah, this isn't too bad. This could actually be pretty good. Oh, but that's not. What am I doing? There we go. Nope. Whoa, I'm messing something up. Oh, I'm greatly messing this up. See what happens when I don't do a solve in a while? Wow, this is actually very clunky. Yeah, I didn't like that at all. I'm going to do one more and pretend that one didn't happen. You didn't see it. Erase it from your memory. Just completely block it out. It didn't happen. And suddenly, you're at this moment in time. Welcome back. If you couldn't tell, it's been a long day and I'm a little loopy. Okay. I'm getting weird flexing that I don't normally do with Roux, with other cubes, so I don't know what that means. It might just mean that I need to practice Roux more. But, okay, so we have these two, this one, and Little Magic 2x2. Maybe I'll make a short on that one. It's a weird 2x2. Feels kind of different. Not awful. My times seem okay on it. It's just kind of weird. Very light and swooshy. Feels budget, but performs fine. Performs pretty great, and has a tensioning system that is way beyond any other ones out there as far as the varying degrees of tension. And the Solar S is not bad. I guess if you liked a Tornado, but you want it to be slightly bigger, or you liked a GAN, but don't want to pay the GAN price, this is probably as close as you're going to get. I think some center magnets might help with this. Magnets are already quite strong, so I don't think they need to be any stronger. Okay, there, and cool center caps if you want to mix it up and be super, super fun and popular. Thank you very much for watching. Leave your thoughts and questions in the comment section below. Hit like, subscribe for more content like this in the future. And as always, stop by SpeedCubeShop.com for more news and reviews. Almost did that in one breath.